Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, Monday through Friday at noon. And today's a great day. It's Monday, the 13th of February, the day before St. Valentine's Day. And I'm sure you guys are all scrambling around to get gifts for your wife's husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever you got. Tomorrow's a special day, and I'm sure a lot of you people are going out to your favorite restaurants and ordering some great food and spending Valentine's Day. Or some people just laying low, ordering out, watching a good couple of Hallmark movies. Or some people don't celebrate it at all. So I hope you have a good one. Today is, though, the 13th of February. And boy, what a weekend we had. And we're going to give you a lot more information on that. Remember, every show is brought to you and dedicated to the first responders, the police officers, the firemen, the doctors, the nurses, the farmers, the teachers, everybody in the military, and of course, people like you that watch the show every day. Ocean's Pit on Facebook and Ocean's Pit Music, Ocean's toceanmusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. So let's start off by thanking, of course, our number one sponsors. That's right. That's Ace Hardware. Ladies and gentlemen, our good friends and sponsors, Norwich Ace Hardware and Des Plaines Ace Hardware. Remember, they've been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That's right. Rafaela and Jackie do an incredible job, folks. They also have two other locations, one in Evergreen Park and one in Warrenville. So make sure you check them out. They got some great special deals. Now, on February 23rd, if you mark your calendar, me and my lovely wife, co-host Laura Ocean, will be at the Norwich Ace Hardware, 8330 West Lawrence Avenue. And they're going to have special deals that day. So come on down, be part of the live remote. The one in Des Plaines is 1175 Lee Street. Don't forget Evergreen Park and Warrenville, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Good stuff. And it's always good, very important, ladies and gentlemen, to buy local and shop local. Ace Hardware is the place to shop. Absolutely. All right. So let me just tell you, if you guys just joined us, you know that this past Saturday, our daughter Nina and Eric got married. It was an unbelievable affair. It's my first. It was my first for me to have a family member getting married. Number one. Number two, being Nina's stepdad, she asked me to walk her down the aisle. That's number two. And number three, the speech and the daughter daddy dance. And it was just, everything was just very overwhelming for everybody. But I have to tell you, besides all the overwhelming part, there was so much fun and excitement with everybody, with both families. Now Nina and Eric are Mr. and Mrs. Moriarty. And it was good to celebrate with friends and family. And it was just fantastic. I can't begin to tell you the feeling that you get when something like that happens. A lot of my friends have kids, and it's the first marriage, first thing, first, one of their kids getting married. It's a big deal, man. You don't realize until you're in that spot. Well, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, David Joseph. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you, Carol. Appreciate it, guys. Joanne, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Lilia, Pina, ciao, come stai? Amy, and we'll see Amy from Indianapolis this Saturday. We'll talk more about that. Jill, thank you, Indiana. Richard, Daniel, how you doing, my good buddy? Stella. All right, guys. So let me just tell you, Friday was the rehearsal dinner, Friday night. At the same place that we had the wedding at. It was just a beautiful event, a place in Barrington, and all the families were there, and they had some great food, and we laughed, had some good fun, and that was so. But the next morning, of course, you got all the emotions, you got everything going like crazy. Laura going, of course, with with her daughter Nina and the other daughters, everybody getting all ready, dazzled up. And then me and Joey and Tony, the two boys, well, actually, me and Joey, we went down to the hotel and he got ready there. And then you have to do the, you go upstairs and take pictures of all the boys. And went to the room, and Eric was nice, a beautiful whiskey kit that they gave everybody that stood up. It's two nice glasses with those little rock things for ice, and it was a nice little kit. It was beautiful, and we took some great pictures upstairs with all the boys. Then we went downstairs, and then of course we all took the shuttle to take us to the actual hall. And you know what? It's a couple firsts too. Besides the first for me, walking our daughter down the aisle, it was also a first for Mama C, my mom, actually to stay in a hotel by herself. She stayed in a hotel room by herself. Now, mind you, my sister was right next door, but it was the first time she was in there. So I got to give kudos to my mom because that never would have happened. Second of all, after everything was done, the next day we had the breakfast. So we had all the families and everybody at our house. And we had Laura cooked all the breakfast, and we did all, the donuts and bagels and all portillos. We had everything, brunch, breakfast. So my mother, for the first time, actually got in a car and we Ubered. She actually took Uber back to the house, which I thought she would be scared shitless. But kudos to my mom, and she said she had a great experience. So to her, it was great for my mom on that end. It was very interesting. Mary, how you doing? Anthony Napolitano, thank you. Michelle, great seeing you at the wedding and yesterday. Michelle was at the house just cleaning up the whole time she was here. You are a sweetheart. You are a very good friend to both of us. So love you. Natalie, it was the best day ever. And all the girls look beautiful. Both moms, Mama C, Mama D, Natalie, of course, my wife looked like an angel. And of course, all the Gianna and Marissa and Nina, the bride, of course. And then you get the first look. I didn't even know that was on the schedule. I don't know what a first look is. I don't get it. I never knew that was happening. So they were telling me, Tony, you got to get there at a certain time for the first look. So they put you in this room, and some of you guys probably have already been through this. I never have, and I'm 60 years old. So you get into this room, and you turn your back against the wall, and the photographer and the coordinators, all these people telling you what you got to do. And then you're going to know that your daughter is going to tap you on the shoulder, and you're going to turn around, and that's the first time you're going to see her in that dress. And for me, not going through that was, I'd never been through something like that. So when I'm standing there thinking of what I'm going to say or what the look's going to be on my face, and of course, me being mush, she tapped me on the shoulder. She turned around, and I just lost it. But she looked so radiant and beautiful. It was just what a great day it really was to see all that and see everybody all together. And then the wedding was just fantastic. And then I have to tell you, my wife came up and did an incredible speech from the heart. How much she loved her daughter and how much she loved Eric, our son-in-law, and a speech to everybody. We want to thank the Moriarty family, Eric's family that was all there. It was beautiful seeing his brothers, his mom and dad, great people. And it was just an incredible event. But her speech was very heartfelt. And then I got up and did mush as I could. And I start off because if you guys know me, if you don't know me, I'm not lost for words, But I was just laid back. Everything I said, I meant from my heart, and I think they knew that, and it was beautiful. And then the dad-daughter dance, which is an incredible song. I think it was it's a country type song, but it was called "My Boy," and actually, it's also. There was two versions. There's My Boy for the boy, and there's My Girl for the girl. And it was just holding her and doing a dance like that, and besides saying how beautiful she was and what a great event, it was just great. And then be honored to be able to sing The Way You Look Tonight to her. That was only one song that I sang, and that's all I wanted to sing anyway. That's their night, and it was fantastic. And to sing that song, watching, and Eric and Nina sitting here while I sang the song. But the toasts were great. The food was great. And you know what's really cool about this? A lot of times you go to weddings and they have a sit-down chicken, steak, fish, blah, 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 right? This was pretty cool, man. I've never seen this before. They had a room laid out with all different types of food. So you went, I mean, they had everything there. So you can pick whatever you wanted and you go as much as you want, which I thought was outstanding. I never seen that before. Beautiful speeches. I was crying. Well, thank you, Michelle. It was great. Hey, Elise, how you doing, my friend? Long time. It was perfect, and it was perfect. You're watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Guys, today is the 13th of February. Remember, we're on Monday through Friday every day at noon. We are just recapping our daughter Nina and Eric's wedding. But before we do it, we have to go back and talk to our sponsors, folks. It's very important. Roy McCampbell, attorney at law. If you're looking for a real lawyer, folks, a good lawyer, Roy McCampbell. 708-275-4264. That's McCampbell Law Group. How about my wife's company, Laura Ocean Solutions? If you're looking increasing profits while reducing credit card fees, if you use Laura Ocean Solutions, you'll never have to shop again. And folks, at the bottom of the screen is all the information for all our sponsors. Let's not forget our good buddy from Deutsch Power Center, my good friend Sal, of course, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. And let's not forget our good buddies from Don Esteban Cigars, hand-rolled cigars delivered right to your home. Call Javier at 727-366-7536. I have to admit, though, for the rehearsal dinner and the wedding, I smoked all my special Cubans. I didn't go into the Don Esteban pile. I went for my Cubans, of course, for a special occasion. So it was Don Esteban. He delivers them right to your house, folks. Very cool. And let's not forget, last but not least, Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois, recreating great hair days, men, women, and children. Carmela and Anthony do a great job. 773-999-7888. Now, you guys also know that there's 5 different ways to watch the show. It's on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. It's on the Mo Carrara page. It's on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and we're also on the Ocean's Pit Facebook page. So go to it, like it, share it. All the people that are watching now, push the button, share the show, let everybody know what's going to happen with Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, Monday to Friday. All right, so it was just an incredible wedding. Now, the next day after the wedding, now, what was really cool, the DJ played everybody as the bride and groom usually have either a wedding coordinator or somebody, but they did it all on their own, picking stuff along with my wife and Gianna, the maid of honor, her sister, and Marissa and Natalie. Everybody put so much effort into making this wedding very special. And Nina actually picked every song that the DJ played. So it was nonstop the whole night. Everybody was dancing. Everybody was doing crazy stuff, including myself. But it was just fantastic, and they put everything together. And at the end, they tried to clear everybody out of the room, and then do a song just them alone, and do a special dance, just for them for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Moriarty. Well, just a class act all around, and it was great. And got to meet a lot of Eric's family and some of his coworkers, and seeing some other people there, and just also our close friends as well. We want to thank Denise, Deanna, and Teresa for decorating the wedding, getting everything there first. Also, Joey Fank, of course, Nina's brother, actually ordained, and he actually married them. So he was right to the point, and he had little digs here and there, but most of it was all serious. And he did an incredible job at that, speaking in front of people, for the first time he ever did that. So it's pretty cool to have that done. So great job, Joey Fank. Great job it was. You're watching Ocean's Pit. We're just recapping some of the wedding, folks. It was just beautiful. I don't know. I don't know how to tell you. The wedding, we can tell you now where the wedding was at. It was at the Onion Brewery in Barrington. It's a restaurant on one side, a banquet hall on the other. Same place where we had the rehearsal dinner. They picked the place. They picked everything. They picked the DJ. They picked the flowers. They picked the photographer. They picked everything, and but it went smooth and it was great, and it was just incredible. Hi, Bootsy. Hi, Tony. We're back in Puerto Vallarta. Where are you? Hey, how are you guys doing? You guys are back there? Oh, me and my wife, we have to come out. Me and Laura. Yeah, you guys are great. Hope you're doing well. Give my best to Josephine if you see her out there. Tell her we said hello. Lisa Ann, I'm out to lunch. Finally get to join for a bit. Well, Lisa Ann, thank you so much. Now, folks, you can watch the show every day, not only at 12 o'clock, even though it's live from 12 to 1, but the show stays on. All our shows stay on all 5 different social media outlets. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for all your texts and your emails and stuff. We do appreciate it so much. So the next day, we had everybody at the house, and it was great. Of course, a lot of people had Super Bowl plans, but the Super Bowl wasn't until 4:30. So everybody got to do here, eat, more eat, and eat, and eat, and eat, and then the Super Bowl party. So again, congratulations to Nina and Eric Moriarty. And we are just so proud of you very much. And we love you very much, both. All right. So that's fantastic. Now, what we start tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow for the first time, I'm going out and doing a little volunteering. I do a lot of volunteering for the Tony Ocean Show as a singer. But tomorrow and every Tuesday, I'm going to start volunteering 1 day a week at our good friends at the Almost Home Foundation. That's right. They're in Schaumburg off of Irving Park Road. And it just, Kelly Kane and the crew do an incredible job. They're all volunteers. Nobody gets paid. But so this particular organization, the Almost Home Foundation, which I'll be doing every Tuesday, 9:30. Tomorrow is my first day of training. And I love dogs, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm giving back, which is most important. And I get to spend time with animals, dogs, which is very cool. Uh, anyway, so they're looking for money, they're looking for supplies, and they're looking for volunteers. There's no way to sugarcoat this. These are nonprofit organizations. This is how they work. So if you guys are interested in donating your time or give some supplies or a little cash or a volunteer, go to almosthomefoundation.org or Almost Home Foundation Facebook page. But tomorrow, every Tuesday, I'll be starting to volunteer my time to work with the dogs, which to me is very, very important. Now, speaking of animals, folks, besides the Almost Home Foundation, I'm going to be doing a big event, folks, coming up Wednesday, April 12th. I want you all to write this down. Wednesday, April 12th is where we start this great event. My good buddy Danny Nozek is involved with an organization called the Ruby Whiskers Animal Rescue. This is all animals, folks. Now, we're going to be at the Tap House Grill on Wednesday, April 12th, folks. It's 1243 State Street in Lamont. We'll be there, folks, performing. It's going to be from 7 to 9:30. We're doing only a 90-minute set, but it's going to be fun being there, folks. It's a $10 cover, and all the money goes to Ruby Whiskers Animal Rescue. All the money. Plus, you're going to have a silent auction. So mark your calendar. Not only come out and get some good food at the Tap House Grill and some cocktails, you're going to get to hear Ocean and myself play and have some great music. And you're going to be able to take care of animals, which that's what life is about. Support Ruby Whiskers Animal Rescue Wednesday, April 12th at the Tap House Grill. We're excited about that. You're watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Now, folks, it's a busy week. What do we got? Before we hit the Super Bowl update, a recap, let's talk about what's going on this week. This Wednesday, on the 15th of February, we'll be at Rosebud in Lamont with Tony Toto. So, guys, come on out. Bobby Hitch does a great job at that. Great food, of course. Rosebud will be here this Wednesday, 7:30 hit. Thursday on the 16th will be at JC Pub in McCook, Illinois with Daryl Amundstad. That is Thursday. Friday back at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Jeff Dubray. And Saturday, folks, is the big one. It's our brand new CD called I Heard I've Had a Good Time, the best of Tony Ocean. It's going to happen Saturday night, February 18th at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy in St. Charles. Get your tickets, reservations at oshows.com. It's going to be a great event, folks. 8:30 along with the main event band. It's going to have the great Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, Rhino Ryan returns. It's going to be great, folks. And the special guests of people, Lisa P., Jeff Dubray, Barb Bailey, Ronnie B. Elvis, It's just going to be fantastic. Everybody coming. My sister Tanya Carraro will be singing a few. Of course, Angel Coramato from Naples, Italy, will be in the house entertaining as well. It's going to be fun, and you got to be there. And the new CD, $10. It's a great call. We'll be selling them there. My lovely wife will be doing it there. So it's going to be go to oshows.com and get your tickets for the new record release party this Saturday night, February 18th. Again, another quote that I always going to use every day on every show. I love it. It's such a powerful quote. Don't hide your scars. They make you who you are. And that quote I'll mention every day, Monday through Friday, because everybody should know it. Don't hide those scars, man. It makes you who you are. And we all got them. That is for fact. That is sure. That's how it works. All right. So let's get to some stuff that we already talked about. Make sure we got that. We got that. Got that. Got that. Very cool. Very cool. Mom in the hotel. All right. Let's talk about real fast. And my guest tomorrow. We're going to start having guests again. So let's knock it off. Let's knock it off. Kick it off with our guest again, folks. We got a big show coming up March 1st. We'll be at the Carnival Restaurant, The Alley, in the city of Chicago. Bill Marovitz will be my guest tomorrow, talking about the Carnival, talking about the new concert series that he's putting up in the back room at the Alley. Now, folks, no cover charge. There's no cover charge on Wednesday, March 1st to go down to the city, just order some cocktails, order some food, no cover charge, and that's going to be fantastic. March 1st, Carnival, my guest tomorrow on Valentine's Day, my good buddy Bill Marovitz will be on talking about our show coming up on March 1st. So on your calendars, it's going to be good, folks. I'm excited. Next week, we're going to kick off, of course, at Rosario's on the 22nd. On the 23rd, we'll be going back to Positano's with Tony Toto and Lisa P. And the 25th, we'll be back at Taverna on the Vision. All right. We'll be in Oceans Rat Pack. We're doing some traveling, folks. We're going to Nebraska on March 10th and 11th. On the 19th, Mojo's Jukebox, Mo's Dream Police, and Chicago's Piano Man is going to be at the Displays Theater. We'll be there on Sunday. Old school rock and roll on a Sunday. It's going to be fun with all two of my bands. It's going to be great. Oshows.com. Get your tickets for that. On the 23rd, St. Jude's benefit, folks, at the Displays Theater. And Phyllis Sahaj is putting that together. A little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. That's the 23rd of April. Get your tickets at oshows.com. Also, Oceans Rat Pack coming to Chicago at the Displays Theater Sunday, April 30th with Jack D'Amico, oshows.com. It's going to be cool. And then we're going to the Hunt and Polo Club in Minnesota, folks, with Oceans Rat Pack on the 13th of April. Also, folks, this Sunday, we're going to be at Sinatra's Sinatra Sunday this Sunday on the 19th. So I'll be at the Speakeasy 2 nights in a row. Saturday for the CD release party with the band, and Sunday, Sinatra Speakeasy with Daryl Armenstadt. So it's going to be a great weekend. Ricky, how you doing? Thank you. Denise, Deanna, great job. You did great seeing Tony and the whole family. I love you very much. Diane, how you doing? It turned out perfect. It was a great weekend. Thank you, Dennis. I hope you're doing well. Wild Onion, that's what it was called. A Wild Onion Brewery in Barrington. Congratulate. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Robert Provenzano. I hope you're doing well. It just fantastic. Morning, Michael from Arizona. We got California, Arizona, Indiana. Oh, look at this. It's going to be good. David Antonelli. Now let's talk about the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs against the Philadelphia Eagles. I hoped and prayed that would be the Philadelphia Eagles. We know that didn't happen. We know that the Kansas City Chiefs won. It was a very close game. And we were talking about, we were all at Dave Antonelli's, me and my buddy, we were at Cousins with everybody. And then we went back to his house with Mr. A, kicked back and watched the second half. What we all agreed on, whether who was Phillies fans or Kansas City fans, what we agreed on, it was a great game because it was at least it was not going, it just kept going. It wasn't a blowout. It wasn't a whatchamacallit. Every play you had to watch. Obviously, Obviously, the NFL wants Kansas City Chiefs to win the game. Obviously. Obviously, we also know that the coach of the Chiefs, Andy Reid, is going to be the new Belichick. And we know that Patrick Mahomes is going to be the new Tom Brady. So leave it at that. It was a good game. So congratulations to anybody your Chiefs. God bless. Hey, good thing I got to spend it with my good friends. We even had a little pool. I won some money, so that was cool. But besides, what's most important, it was to get together with the good friends and just watching a good game. Now, some of the officiating was a little screwed up because they were just pampered Patrick Mahomes because that's what they're going to do. That's what they did for Brady, and that's what they're going to do for this kid. Now, was he a good? Did he play great? Absolutely. But the Eagles played good too. I think they just kind of lost their skunk there for a little bit, you know. Big winner. Thank you, Dave. Everybody, 2 years in a row. One final strip card. There you go, Pally. Absolutely. It was a lot of fun. The cheaters, yes, not possible. Stop it. There you go. You know what I mean. NFL wants Patrick Mahomes to win. Even though it was a great game there were some bad calls both ways. Thank you, Richard. So let's talk about halftime. Oh my God. Let's talk about some good things. Chris Stapleton, country singer, knocked it out of the park, ladies and gentlemen, with the national anthem. You know, sung it like you're supposed to sing it, not that. No, they sang it normally. Stand up to the national anthem. Our American, our great country, our country. I think he did a great job, Chris Stapleton. Absolutely. Chris was awesome. Absolutely, Jeff. Now let's go on the other side. Got to be careful how we say all this stuff, folks. It is it's almost like anti-American in some way. Some people weren't standing up. Some people didn't give a shit. The commercials, I don't think they were great. But did you notice there was even a Jesus commercial? There was even if someone paid, I forgot what it was, but it was a Jesus commercial during the commercials of the Super Bowl. And as much as they don't want God in everybody's life, they put one in there in the commercial. So kudos for that. $6 to $7 million for 30 seconds. $6 to $7 million for 30 seconds, folks. How about the coin toss? Whoever won that, the Vegas odds, whoever got heads, $25,000 they won for the coin toss. $25,000. That was just a bet on the coin toss. So unbelievable. Rihanna, don't care for it. All you could tell she was lip syncing, which let's be honest. Now we probably know this already that mostly 95% of the acts that play in the Super Bowl, it is lip synced, except Bruce Springsteen was not lip synced. Paul McCartney was not lip synced. Aerosmith was not lip synced. The Rolling Stones was not lip synced. Basically, it's rock and roll. And that's what it was. I think that these artists, these people, Jack Gale, how you doing? Brittany Griner was there. Oh, I did not see her there. I watched her lips very carefully this time. I didn't see. She was lip syncing. I'm sorry. You can tell in certain even. But you know what? I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you when she probably wasn't lip syncing, when she was by herself singing. You know, when the spotlight was just on her. But when she's dancing and moving, no way you can sing that shit. There's no way without going out of breath. So, but besides the lip syncing thing, they made that almost like every person now that does halftime show because it's a live event. They're going to go lip sync because they don't want anything to go wrong. So, Keith, how you doing? Dennis, Katy Perry, yeah, there you go. I hope you're doing well. Marion, I hope you're doing well. Jack Gale, I hope you're doing well. You and Bonnie, my good friend. I'd rather not talk about the halftime. Mary, I'm with you. It was gross with all the dancing. Look, it's a show. That's what it is. You take those sperm cells, whatever those things were, and she'd just be singing. Okay. But I got to give her credit. What I didn't like is like 6 or 7 crotch grabs, national television. Kids are watching this. Do we need the crotch grab? Come on, you're a woman. Act like one, number one. But I have to give her kudos. If she was pregnant and she was doing that, God bless her, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. So the moral of the story is if Brianna can go up there and sing pregnant at the Super Bowl, we can all go to work the next day. It's that simple. Brianna, get up there. I mean, you had to give her credit for that. God bless you. And people were trying to say, is she married? Is she pregnant? Is she not pregnant? But overall, I thought it was the crotch grabbing. It's bad enough when the guys do it, but when you see a girl doing it 4 or 5 times, to me, it just destroyed it for me. That's just me. And obviously, from all your responses, I can tell you guys were not happy with the halftime show. Sandra, I hope you're doing well. She wanted to show everybody that she was pregnant. And you know what? Kudos to her. A lot of people like to hold that stuff in. They want to tell people that. The crotch and ass grabbing was ridiculous for a woman. Christine, I totally agree with you. It was unprofessional and just, it is what it is. It is what it is. What do we know? What do we know? And the funny thing about it, folks, everybody, and my buddy Dave Antonelli mentioned this too, that made a lot of sense. He didn't care what teams won. The majority, most of those people, I'm not going to say the majority, but I have to say over 50% of the people watching the Super Bowl didn't care who the hell won. What they cared, make sure that their numbers hit on those squares. And in Las Vegas, that's all they cared about. Now, granted, if you were from Philadelphia, you were rooting for your team. If you were from Kansas City, you were rooting for a team, or if you have friends and family like that. But the 50, 60%, it's got to be even higher. I'm probably lowballing this. Half, right, Dave? Antonelli said the same thing, Dave, the whole time. He didn't care who won, as long as your numbers come in. And I think the majority of people who watch the Super Bowl, every office has squares. Every restaurant has squares. Vegas, off-track betting, everything. Sports book, like crazy. One of the busiest events of the year for sports. So what was most important, did your numbers come in? Not really who the hell won the game, unless it was your favorite team. 10,000, my friend David. Yes, sir. Congratulations to you and your partner over there. But it was good. But nobody cared. So I just was not happy with it. I never cared for the halftime. I did when I think with the Stones and I seen Springsteen. I thought that was great, but I really didn't care for it, folks. Let's talk about a couple other things. Good things. Mayor Lightfoot and Superintendent Brown are being sued. Finally, somebody is suing these two people in the city of Chicago, folks. Absolutely. And the freedom of speech against on Facebook or social media. It's like hitting a dead horse. It's repeated all the time. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get the whole, if you don't like what someone's saying or what someone's posting, I don't know why it's so difficult just to scroll past it. Why does it have to be labeled? Why does your thoughts have to be taken off social media? Why do you have to be afraid to say how you feel? Why do you have to walk around being phony? If something is not right or if you're not happy, why do you have to sit through it? You don't have to respond at all. But if you do, if you don't like the post, just scroll. That's it. You're in the radio, you're moving that channel or your phone, Spotify all the time, changing the songs, right? On television. How many times do your remote that you're every day? How many times? So what is the difference between that and someone saying something on social media about something else? Ignore it, Mary. Why? Why is it so hard? Why do they have to bash all this? Another thing that really gets me, folks, it's unconstitutional for us to use tax money to help other countries when we have so many hungry and homeless people in this country. This country, our country, the greatest country in the world. Even though how screwed it up it is, it's still better than any other country out there. But why do our home and veterans and homeless and hungry always get just not even thought about? Neglected. Why? We're the greatest country in the world. We should be helping everybody because we help all the other countries after we destroy them. Let's go bomb you. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, let's come in and fix everything up. We sent $37 billion to Taiwan. $37 billion to Taiwan. The country has almost 23 million people. And we send $37 billion to Taiwan. We get the bill. We get the bill, and it comes out to about $365,000 a person for each citizen that lives in Taiwan. And we get the bill. Explain that to me. We get the bill. Because our government don't care. They only care for themselves. Keith, bingo, my friend. We have morons running this country. Bingo, Helen Tenuta. Even in this country. Whether side you're on. If our president is doing such a great job, why is 70% of the people saying it's not working? 70% out of 100 say it's not working. You're watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. How about two more sponsors, folks, talking about buy local and shop local? How about our good friends from Armando's Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois? Tell Danny Mazzi, Ocean's Pit says hello. Danny and Robin, hope you guys are having fun in Florida. That's Armando's Supermarket. And Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision and auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. What is Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is for the people that are not getting the V or the D tomorrow. Roses are red. Violets are blue. If he calls you on the 13th or the 15th, the side chick is you. So, Christina sent that in. That's pretty funny. Roses are red, violets are blue. If he calls you on the 13th or the 15th, that means you're the side chick. The side chick is you. It is, folks, don't kill the messenger. It's forced. That's funny, right, Stella? Here you go. Screw Valentine's Day. Oh, I'm sure April appreciates that, David. I'm sure it does. And then you hear some more disturbing, more disturbing news, folks. Some Mexican cops robbed some white people, told them to bribe them. This is in Mexico. They couldn't afford, they didn't have enough money for what the particular police officers wanted. So they took the husband and they threw him off the balcony. Crazy. Swedish Day is shit too, right, David? Tony Toto, love that one, huh? Tony, you're the best, buddy. Looking forward to seeing you and Danny. Well, I'm going to see Toto this Thursday and Toto this Saturday. So it's going to be good. And I've got the professor on Sunday. We got birthdays. Let's start off with some birthdays. First of all, on the 11th of February, our daughter Nina and Eric got married, but it was also on the day of Mama D's birthday. So happy birthday to my Mama D. I love you, Mama D's birthday. Happy birthday. Robert Wagner, great actor, folks. Heart to Heart and many more great other TV shows. Robert Wagner. Burton Cummings, of course, the great Burton Cummings from the Guess Who, 75 years old. One of our greatest presidents ever, Abe Abraham Lincoln celebrates the birthday. Today is Lincoln's birthday day. Peter Allen, singer-songwriter, celebrates a birthday. Jimmy Durante, a dink, a dink, a dink, a dink, a dink. Hey, I got a million of them. That's right. Jimmy Durante celebrates a birthday. My good friend, a great singer in the Chicagoland area, Tamara Mouche, celebrated a birthday this past weekend. Our cousin Rhonda, son Jimmy Cummins, celebrates a birthday, 21 years old today. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Kyle Vincent, the great power pop singer. I love him when he was in the band Candy. He was also in the Basie Rollers for a little bit, but he's got some great solo stuff. Love to get Kyle on the show. The great Kyle Vincent celebrates a birthday. Sergio Mendes, the look of love. That's right, 82 years old. Yes. Tino Louise celebrates a birthday, better known as Ginger from Gilligan's Island, celebrates a birthday. Burt Reynolds, one of the great first action heroes out there, the great Burt Reynolds. Aaron Winbush, the son of Elliot Winbush, who plays Sammy in our Ocean's Rat Pack show. Aaron, happy birthday. So we got the birthdays there. I'm thinking about singing career. There you go, Dave. Seems like you're in a good mood, my friend. Also, Kim Peterson LaFew, another great singer in the Chicagoland area. Kimmy, I know she's on vacation. Happy birthday, Kimmy. I hope you have a great birthday. Kim Peterson LaFew. Don't forget this Saturday, also joining us is the great Regina Karma will be joining us this Saturday as well. Brian Urlacher, according to the NFL Post, says he's not happy about the Bears moving to Arlington Heights. Here's a question I'm going to ask you. A lot of your bands. Hey, Kathy Delaney, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. So I'm going to ask the question here. Brian Urlacher says he's not happy if the Bears go to Arlington Heights. I really don't care less because I'm not a Bears fan. But I'm asking all you people that are watching the show and watch Ocean's Pit, are you happy that the Bears will be moving to Arlington Heights? Or do you want them to stay in the city of Chicago? There's so many pros and cons to both. I think the majority of people want them to go to Arlington Heights so they can probably go see more games. It's safer. But then, like Richard Hamlin just said, who cares when Brian Urlacher says, go get some hair. Go concentrate on your hair. Yes, Richard, I agree with you. I want to say happy congratulations to my friend Susan Marks, Saristo Marks, Susan. She retired after 35 years. Congratulations, my friend Susan. I hope you're doing well. All right. So, yeah, we were just talking about I'm not slurring my words. I'm speaking cursive, as Dean Martin would say. Oh, I'm not slurring my words. I'm speaking cursive. You got to love it, Dino, folks. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. What we got today is National Guitar Day for all you guys out there playing guitar, guys or women out there playing guitars. Today is National Plum Pudding Day. Anybody actually eat this stuff? Plum pudding? As long as it stays safe in Arlington Heights. Good point, Dawn. Because we don't know. Once that happens, they moved Arlington Heights. There's going to be so much stuff, riffraff and everything going to Arlington Heights. So you're right, Dawn. It would be probably going to get a little crazy once they move there. Happy Umbrella Day. I don't know how do these people get day? How come we can't come up with a Happy Tony Ocean Day or a Happy Mary Day or Happy Peanut Day? Why? Happy Umbrella Day. Jesus Christ. Never lose hope. Tomorrow may be the day that you've been waiting for. Never lose hope, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Another question. We all love TV. Most of us. I don't know if you all do, but I love TV. Is there a TV show that you've watched completely and you've seen every episode? How many TV shows have you watched? General, how you doing, my friend Robert? Congratulations to your friends over there for the Chiefs, for my friend Robert Provenzano. I also want to say a quick prayer to my good friend Dick Sayed. His wife is not doing good. I talked to Dick today. His wife is not doing good in the ICU. So I wish prayers to the Sayed family and my good friend Dick. Prayers to your wife. Godspeed. Godspeed to your wife, Dick. All right. Is there any TV show that you guys have watched every episode? Everybody that's watching here. Now, for me, there's a few. Probably most of my shows. The Honeymooners, I've seen every episode. Okay. Sanford and Son, The Odd Couple, The Sopranos. Every TV show, I've definitely seen every single episode. Yes. All right. And if you didn't, this is the best quote of all. If you didn't hear it from the horse's mouth, stop listening to the ass who told you, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't hear it from the horse's mouth, stop listening to the ass that's been telling you this shit. Shark Tank, Joanne's seen them all. That's a good one. I like Shark Tank. There's a lot of good shows out there, folks. But as you can see, all right, in the Chicagoland area, Pizza Lobo is bringing back their pizza patio in Andersonville. If you've ever been there, it's coming back. Pizza Lobo in Andersonville, Illinois, the Chicago area. Kathy, there you go. Three Stooges. I've seen them all too. Good point. The Chicago, I got to love this. Chicago has never hosted a Super Bowl. Chicago. Oh, every episode I've ever seen, of course, is Curb Your Enthusiasm, the greatest TV show ever on television. Married with Children, that's a good one. You guys are coming up with some good ones. Seinfeld, Shark Tank, Three Stooges. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they had some good ones. The Odd Couple, I've seen every one because I got all the box sets. So I go out and I buy all the box sets of all my favorite shows. Richard says Married with Children. Lilia says Seinfeld. Lilia, watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Blows Seinfeld out of the water. Every day that God gives us is a happy day. Tony Bisek, love you, brother. You're absolutely right. Uber in 10 minutes to get you. No, please, no. I got to relax. Don't kill me, Dave. Later on. Married with Children. Lassie. Mary, all right. Mary says Lassie. All right. The city of Chicago has never hosted a Super Bowl. The city of Chicago has never hosted a Super Bowl, folks. But they did host the Super Bowl of Rock in 1977. 1977, Chicago hosted the Super Bowl of Rock, but they've never hosted a Super Bowl, and I don't think they ever will. But they might if they get the dome. They will host the Super Bowl. Let me take that back. They'll host the Super Bowl, but the Bears just won't be in it. It'll be another team celebrating the Super Bowl in Chicago Stadium, the new stadium when it's done. That's one of the main reasons why they want to move to Arlington Heights, so other teams can do the Super Bowl. Thank you, Tony. Good point. Albert, how you doing, my friend? Mom? Okay, I'm old. We're all old. According to Arizona rules, yesterday's Super Bowl winners would actually lose between the hours of 1 and 3 a.m. Got to think about that. And I was wondering, people thought the riots, I don't know if I've seen, if the streets of Philadelphia, whether they won or whether they lost, people said there were going to be riots like crazy. I don't know. I didn't see anything on social media. I didn't watch the news if there was any riots. And even in Kansas City, people might be celebrating, even though they're happy celebrating, they can still be doing damage. That's one of the main reasons. Oh, yeah, there you go, Tony. I just repeated that. I'm sorry. Yeah, so, right? I don't know. Philadelphia is pretty crazy. They got some loyal, crazy fans. So you got to love Philadelphia, folks. Very cool. Let's talk about a gentleman named George Eaton. George Eaton is one of the three people in the world that's never missed a Super Bowl. Excuse me. He actually went to every Super Bowl game. He's one of the three people that's been to every Super Bowl. George Eaton. He's never hosted a Super Bowl party because he's always at the Super Bowl. And unfortunately, though, his team never made the Super Bowl, and that's the Detroit Lions, his favorite team. So kudos to George Eaton, who'd actually been to every Super Bowl. That's pretty cool, man. Very, very cool. February 13th, 1979. or 77. It depends how my writing is. The movie The Warriors. The Warriors come out to play. Michael Beck and The Warriors. What a great movie. When that movie came out, I went to go see it, but a lot of people that showed these at the movie theaters, when all the fans, when the people came out, they started riots, they started gangs. Gangs were attacking these because the Warriors were so excited because it was about gangs. T, we're at your favorite bar. Wonderful. So you must be at timeouts. Yes, my favorite. The Warriors is great. So February 13th, 1979, or I think it's 77, but it could have been 79. I'm thinking it's 79 because I graduated high school in 81. So yeah, I think it was then. Great movie. Michael Beck, great movie. I want to say happy special birthday to one of the greatest bartenders in the world, Miles Miller from Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Miles, I know you're not watching, but if you are, happy birthday, my buddy Miles, and I'll see you and Josh this Friday. Very, very cool. All right. Let's see. Someone stole the cat out of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Now, why does this stuff make news? I could see if someone stole the Oscar Mayer Wiener car, but a cat was stolen that hangs in the car. Hi, hon. How are you doing, my dear?
Oh, I'm doing here.
Okay, Laura's doing there. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Warriors. Happy birthday, Miles. Absolutely. So, how does that make news? It wasn't that the Oscar Mayer Wiener car got stolen, but the cat that lives in the. Oh, that's crazy. How this stuff makes the news. Now we're worried about the China balloons. There was 10 of them. There was another one, or 8 of them, or whatever, how many there were. There was another one that shot down in Alaska, Montana. But China did come up with a quote saying that the U.S. have sent 10 balloons themselves at one particular time into China. Why was it not shut down before? Why, when the president found out, he did not shoot these things down right away? Because certain areas had to be safe to where it landed. Listen, I think China put these balloons out, got all the video footage they needed. Then they told the president, go ahead, blow it down. We may never know. We may never know. Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, folks. Don't forget, my guest tomorrow will be Bill Marovitz from Carnival, and the Alley will be there Wednesday, March 1st. And there is no cover charge, folks. No cover charge to go down to the city and watch the show at the Carnival Alley. No cover charge. Wednesday, March 1st. We'll have Bill Marovitz on tomorrow as my guest. And that's going to be a lot of fun. This Saturday, of course, my CD release party. Heard I had a good time. Comes out this Saturday. It's going to be great at Ronald Estes Club Arcada Speakeasy. 8:30 showtime with the main event band. Lisa P., Ronnie B. Elvis, Regina Karma, Barb Bailey, my sister Tanya, Jeff Dubray, Mike Restivo from Mistaken Identity. It's going to be, and of course, Angelo Coramato from Naples, Italy. It's going to be great. Lee Stevens, I want to say hello to Lee. Lee was going to be there Saturday, but Lee, thank you, because Lee made the coffee cake. She makes cakes and stuff, and it was nice enough that she got some for our Dex Day breakfast. So Lee, thank you so much for that. Very good. It was great seeing you. And Lee Stevens will be there Saturday. Hopefully she'll come up and sing some songs as well. So we got a lot of good stuff happening Saturday. This Thursday we'll be at Rosebud in Lamont with Tony Toto. That is a 7:30 hit. This Wednesday, the 15th. The 16th will be at JC Pub in McCook with Daryl Amundstad. All right, folks, it's come to the last hour. It's come to the end, folks. So it's time to thank our sponsor. Last but not least, my good pal Dave Antonelli at Patriot Funding Incorporated. When timing is everything, commercial money lending at its finest. He's a good guy. You know him. You can trust him. Go to patriotfunding.org. Talk to my buddy Dave Antonelli at 630-675-4730. Patriot Funding has all aspects. Everything you need. Commercial, hard money, commercial properties. That's right, folks. All That's Patriot Funding Incorporated. And we'll have the new flyers out tomorrow. 630-675-4730. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, let's not forget our major sponsors. That's right, our good friends from Ace Hardware, Norwich Ace Hardware and Des Plaines Ace Hardware. Remember, they've been helping neighbors since they were neighborhoods. Raffaello and Jackie do an incredible job. Now, don't forget, folks, now Thursday the 23rd, the 23rd of February, me and my lovely wife will be at the Norwich Ace Hardware, 8330 West Lawrence Avenue. That's going to be at 12 o'clock. And Raffaello and Jackie are going to have some specials there. But folks, not only they have Norwich, not only at Des Plaines, but they have one at Evergreen Park and Warrenville. Ace Hardware, folks. They have great small engine. They can take care of small engine repair, handyman service. All their handymen are licensed and insured. You need to rent a truck? U-Haul? Ace has got it. Offer screen and window repair. Absolutely, folks. Also, Norwich and Des Plaines, Ace cut program card chip keys for the fraction of the cost that would cost you if you went to your dealership. You got to check them out. Ace Hardware, our good friends, Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. You guys, it's been great, a great day. And again, I can't begin to thank you all for being such people that come out and support the show. And I just, it's so nice. And we really do appreciate everything you guys do by watching the show. And thank you for all the emails, texts, thanking and congratulating our daughter Nina and Eric. Now they are Eric and Nina Moriarty. And it's just fantastic. Another birthday, a happy Mama D, who celebrated her birthday again on the 11th of February. And kudos to my mom, who actually went out and stayed in a hotel by herself and actually Ubered for the first time. So thank you, Mama D. And a special thank you to my wife, Laura, because she did so much putting everything together and helping to make sure that wedding was just perfect. And it was perfect. Everybody that helped. I want to thank my family. Love you all very much. Remember, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, and live entertainment. And remember the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Peace and love all. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day tomorrow. My guest will be Bill Marovitz from the Carnival Alley Restaurant downtown Chicago, which will be there March 1st, Wednesday. You guys have an incredible day. Nick Sahajas, the piano man, take us out.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day. God bless.